Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Justin Brock here, the Medicare Guru, and I want to take a minute to talk about 3 tips new insurance agents should utilize when getting into the business. I think this is seems like a really simple thing. You know, a lot of the ones that I've watched on YouTube that talk about this talk about leads, working hard and things that are just, I feel like commonplace, answers. And so I wanted to focus on 3 that I think stand out a little bit and may set you up for success as you begin to endeavor down this road, okay? So this video is for brand new agents or pretty new agents, newly licensed agents, or maybe agents who are completely reinventing themselves or leaving some sort of captive shop. Also, if you could, please subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button on the video. Helps us get out there and help more people get these answers early on in their career. And there's plenty of pie to go around. 330 million plus Americans here, and I don't think you're going to write them all. So let other agents get in on the action. So, all right. So I'm going to grab a marker here and talk about the first couple of things. The first one that I think is important is to start with a residual product or residual based product, residual income based product. These are not get rich quick products, okay? A lot of people, if you're trying to find the one that's going to pay you the most, you can get right into indexed annuities or that sort of thing. But it's very hard to find people that will trust you with those things. And we're going to try to build a foundation for a business. So a residual product can be something like property and casualty. It can be something like Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans. These are residual based ones. Property and casualty is kind of that's kind of broad. I should say, home and auto, or getting into, I'm gonna step outside my comfort zone, but liability coverage, things like that pay a lifetime or at least a long-term residual income. You're not gonna make a fortune off of them right away, but you're gonna build a foundation from which to build your entire career or entire business or agency on top of. Okay, so residual-based product. Another reason is that these are typically products that people really need help with and are having trouble finding people to help them with. And so, or especially in like Medicare or health insurance, or what's one of the other ones I mentioned, liability coverage. These are areas where people are having trouble finding help. So when you help them with it, you gain their trust, you do a good job in that, then you might be able to find some of the other products. So the next thing I would say is focus secondly on products that could help you right away, help you make money quicker so that you can survive, okay? So these are going to be, we're gonna say, focus on a little bit second life, let's say life annuities, maybe under 65, or ancillary products like cancer, things like that. So these are products that are gonna help you pay out larger dividends quicker and be able to be profitable sooner so that you can continue, because we all know we can't survive if we're making crumbs in the beginning, but we can survive on a lot less then if we know the end result is more. You're building a business, you're not trying to get rich quick. Insurance is not a get rich quick scheme. So residual income product, and then second you go into life and annuities, under 65 products, ancillary products. Also, this residual product being the one that is building your foundation helps you cross-sell to these more. You're finding that you're helping the person with Medicare, but their daughter needs help with health insurance and ancillary products, okay? You're helping somebody with their liability coverage or their Medicare coverage, and they have a 401k to roll over. They don't want to do anything with it. Maybe they have some money they want to leave on to their kids. You can do a single premium life policy and it's a great deal for them, great deal for you. And then if you do this, I will say this, on these products, what we found is a realistic expectation is that 1 in 6 of the people you help with the residual product, you can cross-sell one of these other products. Typically ancillary, typically annuities and life. More like 1 in 3 at least, you should be able to cross-sell some ancillary product. Which brings me to my next point, 3. When I'm saying 1 in 6 and 1 in 3, those are expectations. One expectation you shouldn't have of me is neat handwriting. Bad expectation, okay? But one expectation that I want you to set for yourself from the get-go is a realistic expectation. I see a lot of things going on out there where people are talking about, even some of my videos, talking about somebody made such and such the first year. They're not looking at how much of that they reinvested back in it to cash that out. They're talking about their 1099 was that much, okay? That doesn't mean that their adjusted gross income was that much, plus they're lying on their taxes, because I bet you they have some write-offs. But I want you to set the realistic expectations. You know, if that person made $100,000 on his 1099 that first year, but invested $40,000 back in it, then he netted $60,000. Well, the next year, if he was focusing on a residual product, maybe he's got 25 coming in right away, and then he makes another 100,000. Now he's at 125, and he still netted the same $40,000, or he still spent the same $40,000 on his investment into his business, and then now you're looking at 125 equals 125. Oh, I did that. Minus the $40,000 investment. Now you're netting. Well, math, expectation again, math, what is that, 85. So you made another 25,000 because of your residual product. Maybe you even made more than that because you upped this 100 to 115 because you had some referrals in there. It was a little easier, you worked just as hard, but you got referrals in there. Then several years in, you start to build an agency. But what I mean by expectations is to set your expectation appropriately for the first year. 60,000 is a high expectation to net your first year, honestly, especially if you're focusing on the residual products, which I highly recommend. You know, because if you don't, you're going to burn out. You go straight into focusing on life and annuities, burn out most of the time. Not always. Some of you will say, no, this guy's a joker. But most people I talk to, even if they're not burnt out, if they did 10 years of life insurance focused solely, not really pushing any residual based products, they're not burnt out. Maybe they're not burnt out, but guess what? They are regretting not having spent a little more time doing some of those residual products, that's for sure. Very rarely talk to anybody stubborn enough to say that they don't regret that. But there are some pretty stubborn people in the world. So that is my 3 tips for new insurance agents: residual, life and annuities, expectations. If you're new to Medicare or new to insurance and you want to look into Medicare, the Medicare side of it, join the Facebook group Medicare Gurus. It's where we talk about all kinds of stuff. We answer all kinds of questions. We brag a little bit. We make jokes. It's a great place to learn. It's also a good place to participate if you've been in it for a while. Again, please subscribe to the channel, like it, comment below, any of that. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me my handwriting sucks. Tell me I'm sloppy and I can't do math. Whatever you want to do down there. I just enjoy the engagement. So please do that and turn on notifications. Talk to you guys soon.